Sales managers are struggling to make their numbers. Only 10 to 20% are in what I call the crushing it zone. I'll share with you what that looks like in less than a minute. The rest of you, if you're not crushing your numbers, are struggling to make your numbers. And you're probably feeling overwhelmed, overstressed, and you're not getting the development you need to be successful. So I want to share this with you, and I'm going to actually make a little more space. And I've illustrated when I look at sales performance or sales results, that's the key that you're measured on. At the end of the day, you are measured on results, results, and results. So if you're at the top of the heap and you're over 100% of your quota, you're crushing it. I call that the crushing it zone. And you know how it feels. It's a great feeling. You're killing your numbers. You're making big bonus. You're in a great spot. But what about your colleagues who are in, let's say, somewhat lower, between 90 and 100%? I call that the caution zone. And there's a good percentage, at least 30% of managers find themselves in this situation. And it's not a great place to be. It's stressful. Some of your reps are disgruntled. It's just not a good place to be. You're pushing very hard now, but chances are you're going to struggle to the end of the year. And then if you're below that, if you're below 90%, you're in the danger zone. You know what that means. It means you may not have a job the next year, but it's been really difficult for you. And if you know you're under 90%, well, then you're looking for an additional 10, 20% lift to get you out of the danger zone into the crushing zone. And I'm going to share with you some great statistics of how to move that extra 10 to 20%, plus a solution that I think is second to none. Well, if I figured out the technology, I'd be dangerous. So here's some of the great stats. And this comes from the Sales Executive Council or the Corporate Executive Board. They're one and the same. But they found that there's a 19% lift in sales for highly effective sales coaches. So if you're not a great coach, your colleagues who are great coaches are getting 19% more sales. What does that look like? Well, I guess the problem here is only 7% of sales managers are effective coaches. So, hey, there is a great upside here to hit your 20% more, but the fact is less than 10% of you are really effectively coaching. So, hey, I have a solution. It's called the STAR Focused Sales Coaching Program, which provides you with step-by-step instructions on how to be a great coach. So I'm moving myself around here a little bit, but the fact remains that there is a solution. So one, if you want to become a highly effective coach, the Focused Sales Coaching Program will help you get there. Two, coaches who are out in the field more than 3 hours a month outperform their colleagues who are not in the field by 17%. That's an amazing lift by just refocusing your time and being out in the field coaching, regardless how effective you are. The problem is, and this is according to Dave Curlin, is that only 14% of sales managers spend enough time in the field coaching. So if you just reallocate your time, you can move yourself out of the danger zone and maybe even into the crushing it zone. But look at the percentages. So there is a great opportunity here by refocusing your time, spending more time coaching. The problem is many of you are just not doing it. Well, in terms of our program, we actually offer you a planner to start planning your time by rep and by coaching area, and planning your time each month, because that is your most valuable asset, is your time. So if you're not planning your time effectively and spending more time coaching, you're just not going to move yourself out of the danger or the caution zone. But you can. And within our program, we offer you the tools to help you get there. The third stat I want to share with you is that CSO found that managers who follow a coaching methodology close 17% more sales. So the stats are there. If you just became a more effective coach, followed a methodology, and spent more time, you're bound to be in the crushing it zone next year. So what do the stats show us? Well, these are from STAR results, and we found that only 44% of companies have a formal coaching methodology. Just like you spend a lot of time on your sales methodology, well, if you had a coaching methodology, the upsides are yours. And within the course, we teach you the focused coaching methodology. And this is a proven approach which has basically 4 steps and starts with a coaching mindset. So if you want to look like these people here, and I'm going to move myself around again, you know, if profits are dropping, if you're not making your sales, to sit in a boardroom and say, what if we don't change at all? And something magical happens. Well, you know what? Magic is not a strategy. But I have given you the silver bullet to crush your sales numbers, and it's coaching. So if you're a manager who wants to succeed in the following year, the answer is simple. If you want to live in the crushing it zone, I'm going to move myself again. I hope you're not getting dizzy. But if you are in the crushing it zone, you're going to make big bonuses. So is your team. You're going to have a pumped up sales team. And you're going to feel like you're making impact as a sales manager. Wouldn't you love to live in the crushing zone? Especially if this year you've lived in the caution or danger zone. That's not a fun place to be. So let's make sure we've got the skills to succeed, the training to succeed, and the tools to succeed and live in what I call the crushing it zone, because there's no better place as a manager to be there. So what I've done is we're going to provide a special offer to you. As you can see, if you sign up for the sales, Star Sales Focus Coaching Program, which is 10 modules, we're offering it to you up until the end of the year at $49. That's a phenomenal price. Regular price is $199. And what I'd like to do is, once you finish the course, is to provide you with a complimentary coaching session to make sure you understand it and you're on your path to implementing it. That's a value of over $400. So I think it's a no-brainer, but here's the reality, okay? You know what the opportunity is. You have the opportunity to live in the crushing it zone. And really what it takes is learning how to effectively coach, planning your time and being in the field more, and following a thorough methodology, okay? The chances are you probably won't do anything about it. And that's really on you. It's not on me. I'm on a mission to help you become a better sales coach and for you to live the pleasure of being in the crushing it zone. So I'll remind you once again that if you want to coach like a pro and drive more sales, well, we have a new virtual training program called Focus Coaching, which I've used with my Fortune 500 companies, and it's proven, it works, and it's not expensive to take. So if I were you, before the end of the year, I would enroll in the program and really set yourself up for success to crush it next year. Good luck, and look forward to working with you.